Hello. Today I'm going to talk with you about the importance of extended rear facing until a child turns 2 years of age. I would like to introduce you to Miss Brown. On February 26, her world shattered as she woke up to a new nightmare in her life. She and her 2 young daughters were traveling home from a dentist appointment in the middle of the day when their SUV slammed head-on into a tree. The impact caused the car to flip over onto its roof. Her youngest daughter was riding in a rear-facing car seat and sustained no injuries. Her oldest daughter, who was 1 year old at the time of the crash, sustained serious injuries, causing her to remain in the hospital for several months and to wear cast and headgear, almost completely covering her body. Miss Brown's story illustrates the important need for children to remain rear-facing until age 2. Had her oldest daughter been in a rear-facing car seat, she likely would have not sustained the severe injuries that she did. Child injury and death from motor vehicle crashes have decreased in the last 30 years due to child restraint systems and laws. Yet, fatalities from motor vehicle crashes still remain the leading cause of death for children ages 1 to 4. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 272 children died in 2015 as a result of motor vehicle crashes. And more than half of motor vehicle related deaths, children were either in the wrong car seat for their weight and height or they were not restrained properly. Another study completed by the NHTSA yielded similar findings concerning car seat use, where 61% of forward-facing car seats were used incorrectly. In 2011, the American Academy of Pediatrics updated its recommendations to delay using forward-facing car seats until the child turns 2 years of age. Despite the recommendation and growing number of research proving the effectiveness of rear-facing car seats reducing the risk of crash-related injuries, 1 out of 4 parents choose to transition their child into forward-facing car seats at or before their child turns 1 year of age. As a result, the child is more vulnerable to spine and neck injuries in the event of a motor vehicle crash. With so many options for child safety seats, parents may be overwhelmed when it comes to choosing the right car seat. The numerous amount of products on the market contribute to the problem of children being placed in the incorrect restraint. Furthermore, the recommendations have changed with new research, and that has caused a knowledge gap among physicians. Since parents look to physicians for guidance on child safety practices, it can be challenging for physicians to keep up with the changing information in car seat designs. Furthermore, the current law in the state of Alabama only requires infants and toddlers to be placed in a rear-facing car seat until they reach 1 year of age or 20 pounds. Children ages 12 to 23 months who ride in a forward-facing car seat are 5.32 times more likely to be seriously injured in a motor vehicle crash. Failure to address the issue of using a forward-facing car seat before age 2 will result in deaths or injury that could otherwise be prevented or reduced. On average, the medical cost for crash-related injuries is over $3,000 for emergency department visits and approximately $56,000 for hospitalization. At just 32 miles an hour, the pressure on the child's neck in a forward-facing car seat during a collision can equal the weight of 3 average adult men. Over the past few decades, Several advocacy and research groups have educated medical providers and provided the community with information on child restraint guidelines and recommendations. Currently, California, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey have passed laws requiring extended rear facing for children under age 2. The Center for Disease Control dedicates a section of its website to education on child passenger safety. These infographics seen here are easy to read and can be printed or shared on social media. This slide contains 2 examples, a podcast and PSA related to extended rear facing. The issue of transitioning children to forward-facing car seats too soon is receiving more attention. Yet, in spite of all of these efforts, there is still a gap that exists between knowledge and practice. Effective interventions can increase child safety and reduce motor vehicle-related injury, risk, and their associated cost.
This program is presented by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Parents, when you're on the road, help keep your kids safe by making sure they're properly buckled up. Crash-related injuries are the leading cause of death among children in the U.S. In 2009, over 200,000 kids under age 16 were injured, and more than 1,000 died as a result of a crash. Proper use of safety seats and seatbelts helps protect children from serious injury and reduces the risk of death by more than half. For children under age 13, the safest place to ride is always the back seat. So before you turn that key, make sure all kids are properly restrained for their age, height, and weight. It could save their life. Thank you for joining us on A Minute of Health with CDC.
For the most accurate health information, visit www.cdc.gov or call 1-800-CDC-INFO.
Child restraint laws increase the likelihood children will be buckled properly in the correct child safety seat. Since vehicle occupant protection measures were put into place in the 1970s, fatality rates of children in car crashes has been cut in half. It is urgent for the Alabama Department of Public Safety to pass a law requiring children to remain in a certified rear-facing car seat until age 2. Funding should be provided at the state level, but could come from federal grants as well. Local child advocacy agencies, health agencies, and law enforcement personnel should provide community awareness and education to ensure parents know the recommendations and how to properly restrain their child in a car seat. Professionals responsible for educating the public must be certified child passenger safety technicians. Several states currently offer mini grants to provide training certification and annual conferences for child passenger safety technicians. For instance, Missouri recently hosted the 2017 Midwest Child Passenger Safety Conference to provide professional development and continuing education units for CPS technicians in Arkansas, Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, and of course, Missouri. Alabama could implement similar initiatives and interventions to promote the safety of young children. Child passenger safety technicians provide community education and awareness through a variety of activities, including presentations and child safety seat checks where parents and caregivers receive education and hands-on assistance with the proper use of child restraint systems and seat belts. CPS technicians play an important role in community awareness since a majority of parents still misuse their child restraints, and CPS technicians help them to get it right. Alabama should offer certification training for first responders, pediatricians, early childhood professionals, and individuals who are interested in community outreach projects. In conclusion, the most effective method for reducing motor vehicle-related injury and death among children is to utilize the appropriate restraint system based on the child's age and size. It is imperative to take action now to protect our state's most vulnerable population, who rely on adults to make decisions regarding their safety. Alabama policymakers must heed to the AAP's recommendation to delay transitioning children to forward-facing car seats until age 2.